I think you do the intro the best.
Me? All right, I'll look over here. What's up, everybody? uh, what's the name of our podcast again?
Beyond
No, I'm
mobile.
just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. Uh, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Beyond Mobile podcast. Welcome, and thank you for tuning in. Shout out to today's hosts, co-hosts. We are joined today by the illustrious, magnificent Jaboozle. Jaboozle is here live in the flesh. He's doing his face cam reveal today. And then we also have the beautiful, built out of marble, Hershey eyes, kisses, Tempur-Pedic foam lips, uh, Wagyu beef straight out of Japan, pickled gamers here with us today as well.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Almost as buff as me too.
Almost.
Almost.
And it's not glazing, it's like legit from the heart. Like these guys are the best. These guys are the best.
Yeah.
Both of these guys.
So
Nah.
Ace is already writing his comment, being like, "This is just an hour and a half of three guys like glazing over each other."
Yeah, I
I'm
can
sure.
already see it, but you know what? He doesn't get it. He's just jealous he can't be involved. He wants to be the fourth Brady Bunch square down there.
He does. But yeah, that obviously excellent intro as always, AB. For everyone that doesn't know, AB just hit 9K subs last night, so huge congratulations to him. And PG as well just recently hit 4K subs, so
Yeah.
congratulations to him too.
Thank you.
I have not hit any milestone, unfortunately. I've been slacking compared to these guys, but
Cheers for the
yeah.
slacking.
No, you're doing great, Jab. You're doing great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You know,
like always. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, when right before we started recording, we were having some little conversations and whatnot, and everybody's doing great, man. Pickled Gamer 4K, preach, bro's a goat, and he's always been like super supportive, even though he's like trying to grow his channel. Like he's always been supporting other people's channels and like constant shout outs. So, I just hit 9K. So, big thank you to you guys, man. You guys are always helping me out and super supportive. And I couldn't have done it on my own, man. I know we also share like probably like like a circle of the same community members as well. So shout out to the people that like legit watch all three of us, man, because that means a lot, dude. So shout out to
definitely.
everybody. Shout out to the boys.
Yeah, definitely. So we had a few topics for you guys here today, as usual. I think AB, I think you have a pretty good one that I think most people would be interested in, the Warzone mobile stuff. That there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on with that game right now. You want to go ahead and let us know what's going on?
Yeah, for sure, dude. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll share the screen, kind of show you guys what's going on right now. But uh, 1 second, boys. But yeah, Warzone Mobile. We've been following this game for quite some time now, and for the good or the bad, the game is still active. Some people call it dead, but it's still getting updates, content updates. They've been keeping up with the seasons. Every time there's a new season 1, 2, 3, whether it's Warzone or mobile, they've been kind of keeping up with at least content updates. But right now, they're really going hard. They're promoting this lucky draw, and they got like a whole event going on with the content creators going like right now. For the last couple of days here, I just found a tweet right here. I'll go ahead and share it with you guys on the screen. But yeah, you guys should be able to see the screen that I'm looking at over here on Twitter.
It's loading
But
up
yeah,
for me.
yep. But the
Yeah,
Call of Duty Warzone mobile Twitter account and on YouTube and their other social medias, they've been promoting this lucky draw like really hard. It's a lucky draw that has like a chicken and a gun that shoots and turns people into chickens, like fried chicken. And it's just a lucky draw like all their other lucky draws. There's nothing special about it, really. There's no like special collabs or anything like that. But for whatever reason, they're promoting this particular lucky draw like really hardcore. And they got this whole event lined up with a bunch of content creators. So they're streaming the event today. and they brought out, you know, the mobile heavy hitters, you know, guys with like nearly 1 million subscribers. We got Noah Sunday at 6 a.m., Bobby plays at 7 a.m., Jokester at 9, Dab plays at 9:30, Metalcore at 2 p.m., and then Godsley, I guess, wrapping up the show at like 7 p.m. You tune in, you're gonna interact with the streamers. They're gonna do giveaways and codes and stuff like that. And I just found it kind of weird that they would choose this lucky draw, this timing to all of a sudden like have this big sponsored event. And um Pickle the Gamer actually had a pretty good point that though it seemed weird to me that like why would they promote this? Like why do this at all? Like why are they going all out for this one particular lucky draw? PG pointed out that maybe it's because they feel more or the developers are more confident about the game now. They're confident about the game state, and they finally reached like, you know, they reached a point where they're like, hey, you know what? Let's start promoting the game hard again, and let's get the gamers involved. Let's get the gamers in here to kind of come back and check out the game, um, which might be might be the case because I did play for a few hours last night, and I did notice that the game was actually running pretty good. It felt kind of steady. It was nice. I played it for a good maybe 2-3 hours solid and just camel grinding, and I thought it was a pretty good spot to be in. You know, unless there's something else going on, but I initially thought it was kind of weird. Like, why are they promoting lucky draws? Like, I hate the lucky draw system. I hate the lucky draws. I hate the microtransactions. I think they're super predatory. You're not really going to get anything good unless you spend the full $150. But I don't know. It's there. It's an event. They brought all the heavy hitters back out. You know, they're all getting,
Mhm.
you know, promoted and promoting this event. And I don't know. I feel like it's still a weird lucky draw to promote, but maybe the game is in a better spot now. And I think maybe people should kind of check it out and see what their experience is like. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I I have a little bit of experience with obviously not anywhere near like the level that these guys are and stuff like that with these type of games, but I've been reached out to before in the past to either make a video or even like a dedicated like live stream to a particular game when they have like a new update coming out or something like that. And it's typically literally just promotion. Like they want to pay you a little bit of money to basically highlight like, hey, we've got this new update, or like, hey, like we've got this new thing going on for like returning players or whatever it is. Do you want to make a video on it and stuff? I literally just got an email probably like not even a month ago to do that with Arena Breakout, and it was specifically for content creators who hadn't played Arena Breakout in the last like 2 or 3 months. So I guess they also wanted like content creators to kind of get back into it and make a video on it for normal players who also haven't been playing for the last couple months and stuff to get back into it and stuff. So this stuff is kind of normal in my opinion. um it could be because they feel confident that the game is in a better spot now, and that they can kind of promote it a little bit to get more people to play. It could also be, I think, because maybe the game is kind of losing players and losing interest, and maybe they're trying to like get those heavy hitters in the mobile scene to kind of like push it and promote it and be like, hey, get people to play, because the numbers are getting a little bit low. So I'm not sure exactly which one it is. I have no idea like the active player count of Warzone Mobile, or like the current revenue or anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised too if maybe that's part of the reason why they got so many of these heavy hitters in the mobile scene to start pushing the game for this update or lucky draw, whatever it is.
What do you think, PG? You think the game's in a good spot, or you think it's like a desperate attempt to get players back in?
Well, talking about like playing the game, like I played it a couple days ago, and I was very surprised at how well the game was running. And I was talking about this as well. Is the I noticed that the input delay for controllers through Bluetooth isn't as bad as it was. There's still a little delay, but it's not too bad. But the game runs fairly smoothly. So I think that my opinion is that they feel the game is in a good place, and so they set up this event to try to bring players back to the game. And I've also noticed that like on iOS and the Google Play Store, that the it's a 4.6 on iOS and it's a 4.4 on the Play Store. So it's definitely better than it was in the past, as far as reviews go for the game. So I think that is showing that the game is getting better. These fixes that they're making, optimizations they're making, is helping the game and hopefully helping more people play the game, be able to play the game. But I myself, it's running pretty smooth. So that's my guess. Is they were waiting for the right time to be able to um, basically like a relaunch. I think like trying to get people back to the game, and I think just so happened to be on the schedule. This chicken thing, I don't know. I don't know what the chicken thing has to do with these guys, but I think it's just kind of like bringing something out, along with these big streamers playing the game, doing content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, you can. I got the video playing right there, and I mean, there's nothing really special about it. It's just a really goofy chicken skin and a chicken theme. It's not like it's like a collaboration with like KFC or Popeye's Chicken to get all excited about. It's
Right,
just a
right.
regular lucky draw skin. There's nothing really special about it, but they're going hard. I mean, to pull in, what was it, like 8 content creators with like millions of subscribers total, united. That's a big audience that they're trying to reach out to. So it seems, at first I really honestly thought, oh, they're just getting desperate. But then, like, from PG's perspective, like what you pointed out earlier, like maybe they're just in a better state now and maybe they just want more people to come check out the game. But yeah, I feel like it's in a better spot. I feel like, my last experience with the game was pretty good. I feel like they're still behind on in a lot of content areas and like life equality stuff, like the controller issues. Well, controller input and all that stuff is feeling solid, but like, you still can't like remap your controller buttons. You can't, there's not a whole lot of customization. Um, and then just some of like the movement, I don't think it's on par with like Modern Warfare 3 yet. I think they're still doing like Modern Warfare 2 movement. It just feels like not as snappy, not as fast. My only concern, well, not my only concern, but one of my biggest concerns with Warzone Mobile has always been them like always playing catch up, and like Black Ops 6 is like right around the corner. And then when Black Ops 6 releases, what's Warzone Mobile gonna do? Like, are they still gonna feel old and outdated and still be running on Modern Warfare 2 like movement? Are they gonna immediately update to like the Omni movement? Like, what's gonna happen with this game? Will it even make it that far? Is it gonna go like its own route and make its own like roadmap and be its own thing, or is it gonna like follow side by side with whatever Black Ops 6 is and the next and the next game and the next game? I don't know. I
That's what
just
I was about to say. I was about to say like Black Ops 6 is just isn't it like a few months away, like November, October, something like that?
I
Um
think the betas
I'm
are like in September.
yeah, I'm kind of interested in seeing what does Warzone Mobile do from there because we're not even fully caught up with MW3 in Warzone Mobile. Like you said, in terms of movement, in terms of like content and stuff like that. Is that going to be the cutoff for Warzone Mobile, or are they going to sort of kind of skip, MW3 stuff and start to implement, Black Ops 6 stuff and all that? I'm really interested in seeing that and seeing where they kind of go from there because I feel like Warzone Mobile was intended to release around the same time as MW2, and then it would have that whole life cycle of content to kind of rely on. And then also with MW3 to have all that to rely on. But obviously, the game got delayed so much so that it released like 6, 7 months after MW3 came out. And it kind of leaves me, yeah, like wondering, like, well, what's the next step with like Black Ops 6? And then even after Black Ops 6, like whatever comes after Black Ops 6, are they gonna adapt that stuff as well? Like it's kind of interesting to think about.
Yeah, that's a good question for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen COD Mobile. It's in its what, fourth, going on fifth year. So I'm assuming the Warzone mobile plan is, or the life cycle is expected to be around just as long. Just as long as Warzone One has been around. It's essentially like a live service. It's just going to be a battle royale live service. Free to play, and where's it? What's its path going to be? What does it do next? Curious to see, but I don't know. We'll see where it
Yeah.
goes, where it leads to, I guess. I don't know. I just like following this game because I'm not wishing for this game's downfall, but like I just thoroughly enjoy watching them like trip and fumble and do all this goofy stuff. And I'm just like, you guys thought it was gonna be easy, didn't you?
Oh man. Yeah, I don't wish, obviously I don't hope that any like mobile game does necessarily, so bad that it like shuts down or anything like that. I've covered a lot of the games that have shut down in the past, Apex Legends and stuff like that. And obviously, even when these games have their issues, there's still like a dedicated community that, doesn't want to see them shut down. Um, but it's kind of like there has been a lot of issues and stuff like that, and sometimes they do go unnoticed. It is good to hear that you guys are now experiencing, better gameplay and like smoother gameplay and stuff like that. Um, I'd be interested to hear from like someone who's primarily on Android to kind of chime in because I think that one's always been the one that's like really struggled with this game, and iOS has typically been a little bit farther ahead. And so yeah, I don't hope that they shut down or anything like that and stuff. I also don't hope that this is like a desperate attempt to get players back because they're suffering that badly. Um, but if it is, I mean, I kind of like AB's thing, like kind of like just watching and enjoy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I also don't want to see any of these games failure just because you need the competition within, these especially FPS games because there's not a lot of good competition out there. So I want to see these games succeed so we have options, not just playing, just playing the same game every
For
day
sure.
over and over again.
For sure. And speaking of competition on the mobile market, I think Jab had he was covering a game, or did you ever get to try Ace Force 2?
No, so yeah, the game in question is Ace Force, which is like it's like a Valorant clone, right? Like a Valorant mobile type clone or whatever. And it kind of just came out of nowhere, I feel. And a lot of people have been talking about it. I've been seeing it on Twitter like crazy. Of people just talking about this game and saying that, it has like really good gameplay, that the graphics are really good. I've been seeing a lot of people, showcase like, oh, I have this, you know, whatever it is, $150 Android phone or whatever, and I'm getting this level of performance. It's awesome and stuff like that. And it's kind of just came out of nowhere, and apparently it's really good. They just finished their first like closed beta or whatever it is, and I think they're kind of they're getting ready to eventually release probably sometime this year, and it's pretty interesting. But I forgot how to share screen. Oh wait, never mind, I found it. Go live.
And this initial test that they had, it was in China only, right?
No, apparently it was playable. I don't know the actual countries, but I did see a lot of people being like, you don't need a VPN to play or whatever. Just download the
Yeah.
APK or whatever it was. I didn't get to try it because I didn't have an Android on me to be able to play during the closed beta. So unfortunately, I didn't get to try it. But apparently it's good. I pulled up the trailer here if we wanted to go ahead and watch it real quick. I did mute it. I don't know if they have like copyrighted music or whatever.
Yeah, you
Uh,
never know with these damn videos.
Yeah.
the graphics, they really remind me of like a Borderlands type game, like cell shaded almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, and it obviously has that traditional like sort of Valorant type gameplay where you've got like unique characters. They all have their own unique abilities and roles in the game and stuff like that. And you've got that like 5v5 sort of like, what is it called in Counter-Strike? Like demolition or some shit like that. It's like a game where you basically just, you eliminate the enemy team or you plant a bomb on the objective and blow it up. Pretty much like Valorant Mobile, exactly. But this looks like it might possibly come out way before Valorant Mobile because they have not been saying anything about that game. I think the most recent news that they gave about it was when they revealed Valorant on consoles, and they got asked about the mobile version, and they kind of gave the generic like, we're working on it. When we have more info, we'll talk about it. Um, but this looks like it'll probably most likely come out, a lot sooner than that, especially because the Android version already looked to be really polished. They're probably going to want to do like an iOS test, and then I imagine after that, they're pretty much ready to launch. But yeah, that's pretty much my experience with this game. Unfortunately, I didn't get to try it myself. I have heard a lot of good things, though. I do think it looks really interesting, and I'm just waiting for that iOS test, basically.
Was this game being developed by was it NetEase or who made this game?
Oh man, I
I
forgot.
So I heard something about former Area F2 developers being
I
involved
heard the
in this game.
same.
I have
I
no
heard
idea if that's true, but
IMO tweeted that out, I think.
yeah.
Let me see. If I
Yeah,
could
I
find that.
spent a whole day trying to play this on an emulator, and I couldn't was not successful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a lot of
actually
these
got the tweet right here. I can I'll try to share this with you guys.
yeah, a lot of these games don't play well with those mobile emulators, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was like I would go to start the game, and then it would come up with a message, but it was all in like Chinese, and from what I understood, it said that they detected a emulator and it wouldn't work. So
Damn.
yeah, I
Oh,
I
you
wish I could read Chinese, because then I would have spent like less time trying to play it, because I would have known what it was telling me.
Oh, you tried it? You tried playing this on the
Yeah,
emulator?
I got it loaded up and everything, but as soon as like every time I got to a certain part, it would come like a little message would pop up on the screen, but it would be in Chinese, and so I
Yeah.
couldn't read it. But apparently it said it's detecting the emulator, and I didn't know that, so I kept trying over and over again,
Uh,
Oh.
and that was just like
that
some
must
kind of
also
weird
probably
error.
be part of like the anti-cheat or something like that. So you're not using like mouse and keyboard against like touch control people.
Yeah,
Because Valorant, Riot Games, they like stress like everybody playing by the rules. You have to like install because I think Valorant is PC only
yeah,
until they release the console version. But when you download Valorant, like they have like a really strong like anti-cheat that you got to install into your system.
mhm,
So some people find it kind of like,
Yeah.
I guess, invasive or whatever, but it's mainly just there to, I guess, it'll ban your computer if it detects that you're cheating.
yeah,
Um, so maybe that's why they have, I'm assuming maybe these games are trying to stress the anti-cheat too. They're probably like, hey, part of what makes Valorant so popular is the anti-cheat. Everybody's playing fair. So maybe they're like, we got to kind of have like a really good anti-cheat as well. So
right,
maybe it detects emulators and they're like, hey, bro, you ain't playing. Get out of here.
exactly. That's what happened.
But yeah, I saw this tweet from IMO when they were talking about Area F2. He was like, "No wonder why it's so good. It's the same devs as Area F2." And then it says like, "Dear agent, some of our team members are involved in developing new products, Ace Force 2," which is crazy because Ace Force 2, AF2, Area F2. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
noticed that
name
too.
kind of ties. What I mean? It's kind of like, I guess like the legacy of Area F2 kind of still alive right here. But
that's not confusing
yeah,
at
I
all.
mean, yeah.
Developing products.
Yeah, now I didn't get a chance to play it either. My Android phone, the port is still busted, so I can't connect anything to it. But
Oh
I just
man,
had to skip out on it.
Yeah, I'm hoping next time around they got an iOS like test flight beta or whatever, because it would be really interesting to try this out too. That's one thing that Android always has a advantage of over iOS for mobile games. It's like all of these games test on the Android first, and usually for like a few months before they eventually come to iOS. And it just kind of sucks that we miss out on some of these games. But yeah, from what I remember them saying though, because someone mentioned that in their Twitter here, and I think they responded to them being like, "When are we going to see this on iOS?" And I think they said like it's coming sooner than a lot of you guys think, or something, to that effect. Um, but yeah, it's an interesting
hopefully.
game. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to try it. It looks fun.
Do you
I
think you
like the
would?
aesthetic.
I know UPG. I know you like that. The controller support and stuff like that. Do you think you'll still try it if there is no controller support?
Maybe.
Ooh, good question.
I'll probably play one game and then quit. That's what would happen in that scenario.
Wait, so PG, you like legit don't play like touch controls, huh?
No way, man. I have never really played a game except for like no FPS shooters. Like definitely haven't played with like touch.
Is it
I
because
don't
your hands are massive and meaty or what?
no. Well, I have an iPad, but it's just it's just I don't see how you guys do it. Like that's just crazy to me. Like I
His
can't.
It's
fingers are too
easy.
buff, bro.
Is it
It's
easy?
easy, bro. It's easy.
I might have to like put some work in on it then. Because I never, you know what? I always said, like, hey, I will never play mouse keyboard, but that's a lie because I play mouse keyboard sometimes now. So
Yeah.
touch is next, I guess.
What
Yeah,
what's been like? Oh, go ahead. I bet.
it's just it's like any other input. You suck at it at first, and then you start to get a little comfortable with it, and then it just kind of becomes like second nature.
All right, I gotta try
No.
it out.
He ain't gonna try it out.
You guys can teach me.
I recognize that body language. I'm a body
No,
language
I
expert
will.
by
Yeah, yeah, guys, I'm gonna try it out.
Well, gotta go.
he slaps knees. Well, I'm gonna go try touch controls. See you guys later.
Oh man.
Have you, Jab, from your experience, have you played a game that you were like, you know what? I tried it on touch, tried it on mouse and keyboard, tried it on controller, and then been kind of like, you know what? I kind of like this controller setup better. Like, have you tried a game that you're kind of like, you know what? The controls work better with this style of controller or options or input.
Yeah, so for touch and then mouse and keyboard, I played League of Legends for like 5 years or like 6 years, something like that, and that's obviously mouse and keyboard on PC. And then when League of Legends Wild Rift came out, the mobile adaptation, I just much rather play that version now than the mouse and keyboard version, to the point of that like I haven't played the PC version probably in like 3 years or something. Because I know that it's like the definitive way of playing that game for that community, but to me it just feels so like weird now. Like I play it and I'm just like I'm missing like everything. Like it just doesn't feel as accurate to me. Whereas with the touch controls, I feel like I have actual control over my character and stuff. I don't miss skill shots as often and things like that. So for a game like that, I would prefer the touch. I think for first person shooters though, I still would probably prefer either a controller or mouse and keyboard. But um, but yeah, touch definitely for me is viable. Another game that I would say is like Pokemon Unite. I play that game on both Switch and on my phone, and I actually think the phone version's better than the Switch because aiming those skill shots with like a Switch joystick, it's horrible. It's like so inaccurate, and it just doesn't really feel that good. But then you're on mobile, and like it's like perfect aim. Like wherever you point, it goes. And so a game like that, I would also prefer the touch controls. I think first person shooters are the ones that I would actually just, still stick to a mouse and keyboard or controller if I could.
And that I'm kind of surprised because you played so many mobile FPS games and you would prefer a controller over touch with those games.
Bro, it's even though I've been playing mobile FPS games for years, I never got into like the crazy shit that people do with touch controls where they're like six fingers and like they're playing like
Yeah.
this and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
never got into that. I never got into like even like when they're playing like four finger claw and they're like gyro and stuff. I never got into stuff like that. So I guess maybe if I could do things like that, maybe I'd have a different opinion. But me, I'm literally playing like two thumbs and then I use this one to like shoot or whatever. And that's it. So I use like three fingers to play first person shooters. And then I'm playing against like six finger Timmy over here, like just doing crazy stuff like this.
How do you
But
play, AB?
Me, I started out with just thumbs, like just two thumbs. Like I'll show you guys, like because I started out on my phone playing mobile games, so I would usually just use my two thumbs like this. You know,
Mm.
it'd be one to move, one to like aim and shoot, and like literally like jump and do all the movement with like one button. Um, but then I felt very limited, so then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try three fingers. So then I started doing like this one extra one, like Jab was doing, like one extra to shoot, one to move, and then like you jump and do your controls like that. But now that I got the iPad, I actually started doing four. So one to move, one to like aim, and then one for like inputs, and then one for like hip fire and stuff like that. So I could do four. Technically, I could do four now, but I can't do four on my phone. It's super uncomfortable trying to like balance your phone, hold your phone,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's like super cramped. And you know, when Jab said little Timmy with his six fingers and stuff, it I it's funny that it's little Timmy because I feel like the younger generation, like the people that are growing up now they're growing up with tablets, they're growing up with 8-inch phones. You know, they're growing up with the Galaxy Folds. Like they're developing the dexterity for like these mobile games to like play with like multiple fingers. And me
Yeah.
growing up, I grew up, my first console was the NES, and that was literally just a brick. You know what I mean? It was a plastic brick, you know, and you only needed your two thumbs. You know,
Yeah.
then the controller started evolving and they were always ergonomic, and but it was always essentially your two thumbs and the joysticks and the triggers. And so like, you know, I watch a lot of YouTubers, well, not a lot of YouTubers, but when I've come across, you know, YouTubers that play mobile games and they're like in the competitive scene or whatever, they're doing like 4 and up. Like that's like the bare minimum. Like if you're trying to be competitive in like mobile games, it's 4 minimum, you know. So yeah, I think some of us are like a little bit older. I think we grew up during a different time and we just don't have like that dexterity. We didn't grow up with that, you know what I mean? I think these younger guys now, man, I don't know, but they're gonna
Yeah.
get mad arthritis when they get older though. Just saying.
Yeah, I grew up with
Yeah,
a
dude.
directional pad and an A and B button. That was it.
Same here, man. Mario used to just run left and right. That was it.
That's right.
Oh man. Have you have I doubt PG has because obviously you're not a touch person, but AB, have you ever used a gaming phone?
Like an actual gaming phone, like an ROG with a
Yeah.
no. No, I've always just had just my Samsung. When I got into mobile gaming, I had my Samsung Galaxy S8. That's when I started the channel playing PUBG, playing COD
Oh
Mobile.
shit, me too.
That phone was goated, dude. It handled a lot,
I still
surprisingly.
have mine. Mine has like a half broken screen. It's like fully black, like the pixels don't work anymore. But I still
Damn.
have it. I still have it in a drawer somewhere. Like I started the channel with that one.
Yeah, I still have mine too. Like I saved a lot of my old phones, like even like the old flip ones and stuff, because they have like old like pictures and stuff from like, you know, back in the day. So I don't even know if they'll turn on, but I'm sure there's a way that, dude, if the FBI can crack into a phone, I could do it in a few years, I'm sure. So- but
Yeah,
yeah, once that
I was gonna say about those gaming phones. They're I feel like because I've had a couple of them. They're kind of like cheating almost because they have these like it's kind of hard to show. I think that the green screen's gonna show, but like here on the sides of the phone, they have these like little touch sensitive like areas, and I think most of them call them air triggers. And so you can basically map any button you want to your mobile game to those like touch sensitive buttons that they have. So when you're playing a first person shooter, for example, you can kind of mimic a controller and you can map, you know, the left one to like aim and the right one to shoot. So when you're playing, all you have to worry about is your thumbs being on the screen and you're over here tapping the actual phone and it's like aiming and shooting and stuff like that. It kind of mimics a controller and honestly, in my opinion at least, it's kinda like cheating as someone who's had them before because I was, like, instantly better in, like, COD Mobile or PUBG Mobile or whatever it is. Because as someone who still only plays with, like, 3 or 4 fingers, I kinda struggle with that touch controls, like, aiming and shooting and trying to hip fire and things like that. Because it's hard doing that as an old man with my little old man fingers. And, but those gaming phones, they make it so easy. It literally feels like you're playing with the controller almost like a touch sensitive controller. And it's kind of crazy because if I were to choose a phone where I was like trying to be the best that I could in COD Mobile or Warzone or whatever it is, I would 100% choose one of those phones because they're that like overpowered in my opinion.
yeah, and they're not too crazy expensive, right? Like you can get like a flagship model for like starting at like 600 $700. I mean, it's still expensive, but
Yeah.
it's you're getting a phone, so it's gonna still give you all the benefits of a mobile device. You know, it's not like you're really cutting any corners besides maybe like camera quality. You know, you're still gonna get
Oh
everything
yeah,
a phone will
I
give
gotta
you.
try that.
dude. That's why I went back to That's why I went back to the iPhone here. Oh, it's cutting it off the green screen, but that's why I went back to the iPhone because the camera quality was the big reason why I was like, oh man, like me and my friends kind of video call pretty often, and then answering on a gaming phone when you look like you're in like 240p, it's a little bit
I
like
thought
I
I
don't even
thought I thought you were gonna say like my OnlyFans photos weren't coming out as crispy.
Nah, dude, I got a separate camera for that, bro.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. You got that 4K mirrorless one, the one that PG uses.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got that PG camera for that, bro. Uh,
that's where I heard
but yeah,
about this
that.
camera. It was Jab. Jab told me about it.
Damn.
I don't want to say anything, but sorry, Jab.
Oh man.
I gave you away.
No, yeah. Those gaming phones, yeah, the way that they can get those like $600 price points like brand new is they got to cut corners somewhere, and it's usually the cameras. The cameras usually like they're like 5 to 10 years behind an iPhone or whatever. The main camera is usually good, but it's the other ones, because phones nowadays come with like 3 or 4 cameras on them. And it's usually that. It's usually those like selfie cams or the ultra wide ones or whatever. Those ones are like a huge drop in quality. Like you use them and then you feel like you're back in 2010. It's kind of crazy. But but yeah, that's pretty much. I just wanted to see if you had ever used one. I know you just got an iPad, AB, and I've been watching your streams, bro. I kind of noticed you're kind of good now. You're kind of good at the games that you're playing,
Kind of cracked now. Kind of it's
bro. You're gonna be
um
that 6 finger Timmy soon. You started off with two
Yeah.
thumbs, you went up to 3 fingers. Now you're up to 4. You've had the iPad for like a week. soon you're gonna soon you're gonna be over here 8 fingers, like doing like 8 finger HUD tutorials on YouTube or whatever.
And playing on
nah,
his
I don't think
toes.
I'll never get to that point, but like I've noticed that having like a brand new iPad definitely does give you some advantages. And it's funny because when I was playing on my phone, on my Android, I would always say, like, you know what, like I never really felt like the device was limiting me. I felt like the screen was kind of limiting me the most. Just kind of having like trying to fit your fingers into this space and then the amount of screen that you block out. Like your
Yeah.
hand blocks out a lot of screen and you're really only like looking dead center. But having the iPad, bro, like you just have so much more space to look at. You have more visual detail. And so like dude, you just see more. It's a little bit bigger, so your hands fit more comfortably. I don't have the biggest hands in the world, but like, it's just more comfortable, especially being able to have my hands in this form than like this. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels a little bit more comfortable for like the iPad, the way it's designed. And then just performance on the iPad as well. Like that you don't get frame drops. You're playing on like 120 FPS. You're getting that good graphics. You're getting solid performance throughout, and you're just I feel a little OP with it. Like I wish if I was like I could just imagine like how like the really really like skilled players are, how they would handle how they would play with something like that. Like if they could get their hands on one, because I'm only gonna get so
Yeah.
good, but I feel like I'm not being held back by the device by like any means. Like it's just playing on a brand new iPad is like night and day. Like seriously. It's really it's OP. It's OP playing on an iPad.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Android
There's
users.
that
I love them
there's
too.
that
I got Android too.
there's that whole debate that Android users usually have where they're like iPads are cheating or iPads aren't mobile devices because they're so big and stuff. And or like if they see a clip of someone do something crazy in COD Mobile or PUBG or whatever, but it's very clearly an iPad because of like it's like a square aspect ratio. They'll be like,
Mhm.
There's an iPad player, like it's not impressive or whatever." But I've had iPads before, and I actually have I didn't have the same experience as you, AB. I didn't feel like I got any better. I did try to use 4 fingers too, and I just felt like I don't know, maybe I was slightly better than playing on like a normal iPhone or whatever, but I didn't feel like I was like, I didn't level up or anything like that. I was kind of just like I can see a lot better, but I'm still struggling with my fingers. So for me, the OP thing would be those gaming phones because that's when I was like, oh, I feel like I'm playing with a controller now. And then I'm in a mobile lobby, so I'm just over here like wrecking people. Um, but yeah, man, it's I guess mobile's kind of like PC though. Like if you've got the money, you're gonna be able to afford those better, devices and stuff like that. And then it kind of does give you an advantage in games. You're gonna get better frames, better performance. If you can afford the better peripherals and stuff like that, then that's gonna help you
Yeah.
too in PC games and stuff. So
It's crazy how much goes into play with like a competitive edge. You know, if you're on PC, you're trying to get that top tier graphics card so you can get the most FPS out of your system. Then you got to get the highest refresh rate monitor that you can get so you can get those 500 FPS or whatever. I think there's some monitors that go to like 500 now or something like that now.
Mhm.
Because I think the standard was like 60 FPS monitors, then it jumped to like 120. Then I think there was like I think after 120 it jumped to like
those-
144, then
yeah,
to like 240. And I think now they're trying to make like 500 kind of be the standard. And like only so many games can like really run at 500 FPS. I think
Yeah.
Counter Strike, I think was one of them. Um, but yeah, like all of that goes into play with trying to get like a competitive edge. Like people were like spending thousands of dollars if must be to get, just to get that one extra KD point. You know what I mean? And you're trying to get the best keyboards, the best mice, the best headset. It's a very expensive hobby to be in, man. But like
Yeah.
I think for
yeah,
the average user, you just whatever it gets you through so you can enjoy your games. But like for the people that are like trying to be competitive and make content or whatever, you know what I mean? Especially like for content creators or streamers or pro players, like damn, it's a very expensive hobby. Expensive hobby.
yeah, dude.
And I have
I
it.
remember when I was looking for a laptop, dude. I remember I thought like 120 hertz was like the ceiling. Like there is no better than that for laptops. And then I don't remember the exact model or name, but it was an Alienware laptop. And it had a 240 hertz screen. And I was like, what do you need this for? But then I realized like this is a $2,000 laptop. The only people that are buying this are trying to be like pro at Apex Legends or whatever. And
That's
that's
me.
not even
That's me. That's me.
and, and that's not even the ceiling, dude. Like you said, like nowadays there's like 360 hertz monitors or whatever it is and things like that. And it's kind of crazy because like any competitive advantage that you can get over, with your hardware and stuff like that, PC gamers will go after it and they will get like the lowest response time, mouse and keyboard or the highest refresh rate monitor or whatever it is. And it's kind of crazy, bro. I'm over here playing PC games with a fucking handheld. I have a this was one of my this is one of my my topics. Let me pull it up real quick. I recently got a new handheld like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago or whatever. Let me go ahead and let me find it and
By,
then let me
by
bring
the
it
way,
up.
while you're pulling that up,
Yeah.
Pickled Gamer has a very nice setup. He did a
Dude,
members only video, so shout out to all the Pickled Gamer members out there. You guys got to see the behind the scenes look of his studio. He has like a fully decked out like two
bro has
PCs, iPad stands. He's got everything, bro. He's got everything. It's super clean. I mean, just look at his background, dude. I'm gonna show the background real quick. Look at PG's background of his room. If you guys think his background looks cool, you should see what's in front of him. That's even cooler. He's
each
got
of
a
Oh,
lot
those
of cool
boom
stuff.
boxes, each of those boom boxes is like $1,000, by the way, for people
Oh,
who don't know about
easily,
boom boxes.
easily. Yeah, that Frankenstein's a collectible. It's a movie prop.
That little one right there, the little one next to the Frankenstein, that's like my net worth right there. Um, but yeah,
oh
this is what I
man.
got right now. This handheld. This topic is kind of interesting to me because it's like it's not mobile gaming specifically, but I think the attraction of mobile gaming is the fact that it's portable. You can play anywhere or pull it out at any time or things like that. This is what I have here. It's called the Asus ROG Ally Z1 Extreme. That's the version that I have. There's two different versions of it, but this is the one that I have. It's basically this like Nintendo Switch looking handheld with that ROG Asus like, build to it, like sharp angles. You got that RGB strip and stuff like that. The thumbsticks have RGB and stuff. It's a really, really cool handheld. It's powerful too, dude. I don't know the exact, like technical jargon or whatever off the top of my head, but this thing is like 10 Nintendo Switches in one. Like it can play games that the Nintendo Switch could only dream about playing. It's crazy. It has a 1080p screen. It has a 120 hertz screen too, to be
Wow.
specific. Yeah, it's crazy. And this is coming from someone. I had a Steam Deck for like 2 years. I bought one, like I pre-ordered it the day that they were available for pre-order, and I got it like day one and stuff. And this thing kind of smokes that. Even like, to me, the Steam Deck was like a huge jump in like portable gaming technology, and then this thing comes out, and it's like double the or I think 1080p compared to 720p is like quadruple the resolution or whatever, but it's like double the resolution, double the refresh rate, like quadruple the power. It's just crazy how insane this thing is, and it's a handheld. um and yeah, this is what I play on though. When I'm playing against those 360 hertz PC players and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, this is what I this is what I'm on. I'm on this little handheld over here in bed, like playing, like trying to get my KD up, and I'm being like, fuck. And then but but yeah, this thing is honestly, it's really crazy, and they're getting like cheaper and cheaper now. They came out, it was like 650 when it came out. It's 550 right now on sale, but I actually bought mine used. As you can see, $357 used. And
Wow.
honestly, yeah, honestly, this is a great deal. This is literally $7 more than like a brand new Switch OLED. And this thing can play like Cyberpunk at like 60, 70 FPS. It can play Elden Ring at 60 FPS. It can play MW3 at like 120. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy how powerful like portable handhelds are getting. And yeah, dude, it's insane.
I feel like
You
this
run
is.
Steam on that?
Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. It has full Windows 11, so it can do anything like a normal Windows computer can do. So like right now, it's literally what I'm using to do this video call and to like record the podcast and everything like that. I have Discord loaded up. I've got Streamlabs OBS opened. I've got Steam in the background and things like that. So it can do anything a normal Windows computer can do. Just in a handheld form factor.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's kind of the reason why I've kind of like started to drift away from mobile games. I mentioned it in a video. We were talking about it.
Mhm. Mhm.
We were talking about it before the podcast.
Mhm.
The guys were
We
giving
need to
me a
talk about
little,
that, Jeb. We need to talk about that.
bro,
We need to talk about
bro.
your announced retirement from mobile gaming.
All right, let's get into it, dude. I got my channel pulled up too. One second. I knew it was coming, bro. I knew it was coming. All right, I got it. Let me share my screen once again.
This is the actual reason for the podcast today.
Yeah, it was an
To get Jab
intervention
here,
for
so
that.
we can talk to him.
All right, so this video here, this video here is why the guys are giving me shit. This is the video that I uploaded a month ago saying my thoughts on the state of mobile gaming plus major channel update. And then in this video, I basically said that I've been kind of bored with mobile games. I've been using handhelds like the ROG Ally. Excuse me. I've been using handhelds like the ROG Ally, and because of that, I've been getting more and more into PC gaming and stuff. And I kind of felt like I wanted to transition to more of that style of content instead of mobile games. And AB says I immediately went back to to making mobile game content. But to be fair, the video after was an X Defiant video. That's PC, AB. And then the next one was Star Wars Hunters, which technically is on mobile, but I covered the Nintendo Switch version.
Okay,
So
let us.
so that didn't count. And then actually, to defend myself a little bit more, the next one was Delta Force. That's another hybrid release.
Oh,
That's mobile and PC. And I mentioned in the video, I'm most likely going to be playing the PC version more, but I was happy that the mobile version exists. Um, and then yeah, AB has a point. I went back to
okay.
mobile gaming content.
After 3 videos, you know what though? You were doing your videos were doing good though. Your non-mobile videos are doing pretty good. You hit
Yeah,
at
they
least
they're
a K on each one.
Yeah, they were okay. 1K, 1K, and then when I did Delta Force, it was like 3K. Um, I think the one that, yeah, the Combat Master stuff always does well on my channel. And then this one was one that I mentioned earlier. I was surprised about the Steam Deck. Is it worth buying in 2024? Even though I don't have my Steam Deck anymore, I sold it for the ROG Ally. I still thought like it's a pretty good console. I could definitely see myself buying it again because it does have some advantages over this one that I have right now. And so I made this video thinking like, dude, like 200 people are gonna watch this, like no one's gonna care. But it actually did pretty well on the channel, so I was surprised. And then yeah, the last few videos, mobile, PS5, mobile. So I've been like slowly transitioning out of mobile. Okay, so to defend myself, yes, I've still made mobile content after that one video, but it's been like a slow transition out to kind of see where am I gonna land? Is it gonna be PC? Is it gonna be Nintendo Switch? Is it gonna be PS5? So I'm not sure yet. I that's one of the reasons why I have so few uploads in the last month. But yeah, that's what happened with that.
And we were talking behind the scenes, and when we brought this subject up, you said that you actually lost a few subscribers from that announcement. Did you fall, Jab? Oh, there you are.
Oh, sorry, no,
Just
it's
That you
because
passed
my
fell out
out.
of
little
your seat.
no, it's because my little cat keeps messing around with things, so I have to keep like
You like completely disappeared. You like went like this and you just disappeared. I'm like, oh my god, he fell out of his seat.
no, dude, no. Yeah, you mentioned losing subscribers over that video. Yeah, I knew that it was gonna happen. I knew that when I said, I might not be doing mobile gaming stuff as much anymore. I knew people would be like, "Oh, well, that's the only reason I subscribe, so let me get out of here." Um, I didn't mind too much though. Like realistically, I understood where anyone was coming from. Where if that was enough for them to unsubscribe, like it's cool. Like you signed up for one thing, and I'm telling you now that I'm not going to do that thing. So it makes sense that you'd want to kind of move on. For the people that have subscribed since then, obviously that's really cool. And then the people that have stuck by as well, it's like, oh, you guys are just watching me for me. Like you guys are just watching me because I'm doing whatever it is. And so that's been pretty cool too. That's been definitely reassuring, like as a content creator, to be like, oh, okay, they will watch if I make a Steam Deck video or a Star Wars Hunters on Nintendo Switch video. Like it doesn't matter what it is. And so that's definitely been really cool too.
Yeah, I think that's like the goal where you can basically upload whatever interests you, and then the same audience,
Yeah.
gravitates towards you. That's I mean, I think I would hope that's that's the ideal situation, man. You can just play whatever and then people can watch. PG's been pretty good at keeping it pretty fresh. PG plays everything, man.
Bro's
You know,
playing a
I
different game every stream.
Yeah, I admire PG's hustle, dude. He's been on TikTok, Twitch. Um, dude's on PG hops on TikTok and does this like drawing game. Like it's basically like Pictionary. And then like he starts drawing stuff on the screen, and then like people got to start like guessing what it is. And like everyone's in the chat just like, he starts drawing something that looks like a truck, and everyone's like, it's a Jeep. It's a car, and it's super fun, super interactive, man. And yeah, super impressive, PG. I mean, what do you look for when you like come up with like your next idea? Like, are you inspired by like certain stuff, or you just see something that pops up and you're like, oh, I'm playing this next?
Yeah, well, honestly, I get bored easy with stuff, so I'm kind of like neurotic like that, where I'm just like bouncing around. So I play like I'm trying. So this is what I'm trying to do. So in the past, I've kind of like just gravitated towards what I thought people wanted me, to play or see or whatever it is. And the more recently, I've been just like, what do I want to play? Like what am I interested in right now? Like what do I want to do? And like research and stuff goes along with that stuff too. So like I've been playing like these car games like Beam, NG, Drive, just because I've seen like people doing stuff like on TikTok or wherever else, like on Shorts, doing that kind of stuff and drawing a pretty good crowd. But at the same time, I mean, it's kind of fun. Like it's fun stuff. It's just like stunt challenges and stuff like that. But it's completely different from playing like FPS shooters all the time, And I feel like I got to take a break. Like I can't just every day just like pew 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 pew. Even though it's fun, but my brain, like I'm like, okay, I gotta like do something else, and then I'll come back to it. So I try to throw these like little random things in and kind of like test them too, right? Like trying to see like, hey, is this gonna hit? People are gonna be into this. kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I did that too. Like that's why you told me about the vertical streams originally, and I started doing that, and that really helped my channel out as well. And they don't seem to be pushing it as much anymore, but just I don't know,
I
just
noticed that too.
um,
There's not too many like vertical streams on YouTube and stuff anymore. It seems
yeah,
like maybe some of that might have like some of that hype might have gone away, or the algorithm might have changed, or it
yeah.
doesn't push it as much. Maybe.
I think so because it was new, right? So I think they were like pushing everybody and anything that was going live on there on the verticals. But I think it's kind of changed. But that just I'm just getting back to it. Like what I'm trying to say is like I try random things. Like especially lately, I'm just doing all kinds of random stuff. Like I know I branded my channel as an FPS like shooter channel, but I'm trying all kinds of other
Yeah,
stuff too.
your mascot is literally holding a double barrel shotgun.
Yeah. So, but it still is like I think it's mainly an FPS, shooter game channel. But I've been throwing a lot of other stuff in there, like random stuff, like here and there. And plus, it goes along with like the whole, like the whole like FPS like industry and VR, everything going with FPS and VR. And like there's not a ton. I don't feel like there's a ton of like stuff going on right now that's like that great. So
Yeah.
Call of Duty is like a solid, like I'll always play Call of Duty. That's just like my game from the beginning. So but just like everything else, um and also I want to bring up Delta Force. I know Jab, you were saying you played a little bit of Delta Force on mobile, but
I'm excited for that one.
yeah, like I got accepted to the alpha testing or the alpha stuff for PC, but unfortunately that was supposed to start on the 18th, but they like a couple days
They
before
delayed it.
they delayed it and didn't give a date or anything. So now I got to wait
I
longer.
saw that. You know what? I wonder if we can actually pull up those tweets or Discord messages because that was actually pretty interesting because I remember you told me like a couple days before of the early access, and then I went online and I was like, oh, I wonder if it's too late to sign up.
Mhm.
And then they tweeted out that they delayed it.
Yeah,
They delayed their beta access. It's for PC, right? For PC
yeah, for
access.
PC, yeah, yeah. And
Damn.
I don't think it's gonna have controller support either. So that'll be mouse and keyboard. But I don't know who. Maybe it'll change by the time they let people play it. I don't know. But they didn't give a date either. They just delayed it and didn't give a date. I guess they had that many problems with the pre-testing.
Let me see if I can share this screen real quick.
But yeah, so I don't know. I play random stuff, and then I look for like I've been looking for like new shooters that are coming out and like trying to get on the betas or the alphas and like to try to do that stuff too because I'm just like that's how I feel about shooters. Like besides Call of Duty, I'm like, man, what else is there? Like I want to try something new. So that's why I'm always like fiending for like these new games coming out. I'm like I got to try this because you know what else do we have?
Bro.
Bloodstrike. It's like come on.
Dude, I'm the
I
same
like
way.
Bloodstrike.
Bloodstrike's
I like
okay.
Bloodstrike PG.
It's okay. I mean, but
What
it's
you got to say about Bloodstrike, man? What you got against Bloodstrike? Man?
it's like that friend whatever that's like nice to visit sometimes, but you don't want to see him all the time.
Damn! Shout out to PG's
That's
friend.
Bloodstrike.
You're gonna have that one friend watching the podcast. Like, damn, is he talking about me? Damn. That's. But yeah,
Bloodstrike
no, I
Prime.
mean, I applaud your persistence to try new stuff, PG. Because I watched in growing this channel and stuff, or you always look up like best ways to grow a YouTube channel, best tips and tricks to help you grow your channel or whatever. And a lot of them always say you got to stick to a niche for a certain point, right? You got to stick to something, become an expert in your niche, whether that's FPS games, whether that's a super specific game like just Call of Duty,
Yeah.
or FPS genre in general. They tell you to kind of like stay hyper focused on that niche, become an expert, and then once you grow your audience, then you can kind of start to experiment. And yeah, man, you've always kind of just I think the one thing that we all have in common, that all three of us, is combat master. I think I
Yeah.
think we've all kind of our all three of our channels have definitely benefited from Combat Master. I mean, that's how I met you, PG. I met Jab from other stuff, but I think right now all three of us like we've been benefiting a lot from covering Combat Master, and you know, as much as I love Combat Master, like I don't want to just be like a Combat Master niche channel. That's
Yeah,
why I gotta play all my other stuff too, man. And
exactly.
even when we play the other stuff, just to kind of like break it up, like what I mean, like you know, we do other things too. Like I'm not just a Combat Master channel. I love my FPS games for sure, but like we've even played like Helldivers. That was a lot of fun. Pal World was a lot of fun. Um, what have we played? Jab, have you and I ever played something that was not like an FPS game?
No.
See, we got to play something else.
Yeah, dude. We've streamed like like actual Warzone before. We've streamed, I think, Rainbow Six Siege, the console
Siege and
version.
mobile. Siege and mobile.
Yeah,
We did. We did
we've
both.
done both. We've done obviously like COD Mobile and oh, we actually did Warzone Mobile with PG too,
Yeah.
like the release week.
Yeah, we did.
And then I think that's it. I think everything has been first person shooters.
We never even played Among Us together.
No. No.
Ooh. Oh, dude,
I think I watched your streams, but I didn't participate.
dude, my stream audience loves Among Us for some damn reason, bro.
I know.
They freaking love it, dude. It's crazy how, like, out of all the games that we play, right? Like, hardcore FPS channel, like, we don't stray too far from FPS games
Yeah.
or shooter games. And they're like, Among Us? Among Us? Among Us now? Can you put on Among Us? Bro, I want to be the imposter. I want to kill AB. I want to murder him.
That's why they love it. That's why they love it. They just want to come after
That's why
you.
they
I think that's why.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, you guys hadn't even tried Chain Together. I was telling you guys we should play that
I
one.
know. I totally
I've
missed out on the hype on that one.
Yeah.
I
I've
don't know what I
seen
had going on, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to it.
It's so
I've seen
good,
some
man.
clips of it. It looks really fun.
It
I've
is.
seen those clips on TikTok and stuff like that. It looks really
It's
fun.
it's super funny too.
EG streamed it
Yeah,
like
dude.
11 hours one day.
Yeah, that's when I was trying to finish it with a team because the team hadn't finished the game yet, so I was trying to get them there. And that was that was almost kind of frustrating. But the first time that I played the game and I played with the team, like it was probably like the most I've laughed in a long time. Like it was the funniest thing ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You weren't losing your mind or anything like that, or were you getting
No,
frustrated with hot team or anything? Or
no, like the first time okay, so the first time we played it, right? I didn't know I had never played it. I don't think I had played it yet, and he hadn't played it, so it was just funny. Like we're trying to go through this together, and it wasn't really frustrating because I don't know, we weren't doing that bad, but we got to like certain parts that took us forever to get past, and it wasn't really frustrating. It was just funny. Like I thought it was funny. I think maybe he was getting frustrated a little bit, but I laugh at like when people are getting like frustrated with stuff. So
I think from a viewer perspective, it's definitely like when you watch a streamer suffer, like it gives them
yeah,
enjoyment.
right.
It
Yeah,
really
exactly.
does, dude. They
People
want
love
to see
that.
you suffer.
Yeah, like there's a certain streamer I used to watch. Won't talk about him, but I used to watch him and just laugh when he would get mad at the game.
Yeah.
Like it was like the most entertaining part of the stream. But anyway, so then like after like I played with the team, like I played that once, and then I started doing solos, and so I was like really into it. I was trying to beat my own time. I was doing streams on TikTok, and I was like going for my best, my personal best. And so after that, I started getting real serious into it. So then again, when I played with somebody else, and I think I played with J5000, like I felt myself getting very frustrated, and I was like, oh man, this is not good. I want to have fun with this game. And then yeah, so now it's
That's
more of
messed up,
like,
PG.
yeah, I know.
Of all the people you get frustrated with, it has to be your wife.
I know. Yeah.
That's messed up, baby.
I know, dude.
I feel it. I feel it.
It was a tough go, man, but it was
I
still
was
fun.
about to say AB. Come on.
I feel it.
Yeah. I know you and Mitch should play that game. That would be hilarious. I would tune in for that.
Oh my god, dude. It would probably be too much. Is because Miz would just probably be screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
Be like, Yeah, she
AB.
no, you know what she would do? She'd probably, like, hand me the controller and be like, "You do it." I'm like, "Bruh, I can't play both people at the same time."
You do it.
Oh
That'd be
man.
both. That's funny.
It's happened in the past, PG, but she's like came onto the stream just randomly, and it's so funny because we've both pointed it out to AB. Like it's kind of like when you were a kid playing with your friend, and then your mom came to kind of be like, "What are you guys doing?" And like to kind of to kind of input herself, and then you'd kind of just be looking at her like, "Mom, you're embarrassing me, Mom." It's so funny because AB turns into that. He just turns into
Yeah.
the like, just like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
okay.
exactly how he looks.
He'll just like he'll answer a long ass question
Yeah.
with just like, okay, and he'll kind of just do the
Yeah.
he'll do the head nod, and he'll kind of just stare, and then
Yeah.
she'll be like, he's telling me to go.
Yeah, I know. Like last night, I think she was talking to you during your stream, and it was the whole sideways thing. Like,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, literally happened just last night. Literally.
yeah,
And she'll try to, like,
It's so
put things in
funny.
my mouth when I'm streaming, and I'm like, "It looks so wrong."
yeah, I remember that.
We just be like things coming to the screen like this, and I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing? Like, get out of here."
Bro, that's what everyone wants to see.
Yeah, people love that stuff, man.
A B taste test.
Maybe mukbang, force fed.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Have you
Oh
guys
man.
watched any good TV shows lately? Keeping up with anything?
Bro, the boys.
Boys.
Oh yeah, baby. Dude, the boys are so good.
Oh no, we lost him.
What happened to him?
He's like, it's so good.
It's so good.
He
I'm gonna go
he
watch it
ends the
right
call
now.
to go rewatch.
Yo, my bad. I accidentally called. I can't hung up. My bad, y'all.
No,
But
yeah,
yeah.
the
Oof.
boys, dude. I've seen some actually like I've seen some negative feedback by like review outlets
Ooh.
and things like that. And I'm kind of like there don't get me wrong, there are some things that kind of like I guess bothered me or wish that they did a little bit different. But for the most part I enjoyed season 4, especially the finale. And then I'm over here looking like on Twitter, and then I see like IGN gives it like a 4 out of 10, and I'm like, did we watch the same show? Like what is going on? It's one of those shows. I definitely don't think it's like a masterpiece or anything like that, but it's one of those shows that like it's sometimes it's so bad that it's good.
Mm.
Um, and then they do stuff that's like really good too. And yeah, I personally I enjoyed it. I would give this season probably like at minimum a solid like 7. I'd probably be a little bit higher and give it an 8, but if I was trying to like downplay it, I'd give it a 7 in my opinion.
You're talking about this latest season? Like the
Mhm.
season finale? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think this season started out kind of weak, a little slow. But it eventually got this final episode was really good, dude. Really good. Damn good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn good
Yeah.
show. I think especially being in a like an adult mature show, you know what I mean? Something that's a little bit more geared towards like the adult audience, like us, right?
Yeah.
We're adults. I mean, I don't think I would let like a 13-year-old kid or a nephew watch it, but definitely for the adults. They show a lot of, nudity, and they cuss a lot of gore, a lot of violence, a lot of, I
A
think
lot
it's a
of
good show though.
everything.
Something for mom and dad to watch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what scares me when I hear these kids like bringing it up in chats and stuff. I'm like,
I
oh
know.
man, I can't believe you're
I
watching this
know,
show. Where
bro.
are your parents, man?
I know, dude. When
Where are
I'm
your
streaming too, when I'm
parents?
like talking about the boys, I'm like, this kid's probably like 11. Probably shouldn't be talking about the show.
Yeah. But he knows
I
more
mean,
than you do about it, right? It's like that's the
Yeah.
crazy part. It's like,
we all did
dude,
that though, right? Like
yeah,
weren't you like
mm,
10 years old watching South Park when you shouldn't have or
yeah,
Y-
Matt TV or
Yeah.
whatever it was?
Yeah. You're right. I just don't want to be that person though. You know what I mean? Where people can
yeah,
pinpoint it. Like, oh,
No,
he's
you're
the one
no,
that
for sure.
showed me. He's the one, that guy right there. He put it on. He told me all about
Hey,
it.
mom and
He's the
dad,
one that.
that's the
My
guy. He's live right now.
for me, it was one of my Theos that he was like, "Here's Adult Swim on Cartoon Network," and then it was like all the really bad shows that I should not be watching, but I was like
Right.
9, 10 years old.
Dude, I watched a lot of crazy stuff when I was a kid because when I was growing up, like the 90s, 2000s, TV was like pushing the limits. That was like the WWE Attitude Era. That's where like they were having like bra and panty matches. Vince McMahon was like a deranged pervert.
Bring it back.
Freaking
Bring it back.
But you know what? It might actually be coming back. WWE signed a contract with Netflix. Starting next year, they'll be on exclusively on Netflix. All
Really?
their pay-per-views, all their everything, all their Raw, SmackDown is going to be on Netflix.
Crazy.
And a lot of people are
Oh
excited
yeah.
because they're thinking like now that they're going to be like on a streaming service, they don't have to abide by like the PG rules. Sorry, not pickled gamer, like PG, like TV, PG TV. You know what I'm saying?
My
So
rules.
they'll be allowed to cuss. They'll be allowed to show blood. Um, and it could kind of go back to that WWE Attitude Era.
Mm,
So
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm excited for that.
I haven't watched WWE in a long time,
me either.
but partly the reason was because of that. Because I came up on the Attitude Era and the even the era after that when like Randy Orton was starting to first come out and things like that. And yeah, eventually I kind of just lost interest because it was just like storylines and no real extreme rules and things like that. And it was kind of just like yeah, it's okay. Um, but yeah, if they do that would be sick. I would for sure tune back
Oh
in.
yeah. Freaking Netflix, they doubled my bill without me knowing. I gotta take care of that.
Jesus Christ, dude!
'Cause I
I
guess
gotta I have a I share my Netflix with like my Theo and TJ. And the other day I open it up and it's like if you want to share Netflix with a household member, like pay whatever it was to add them to your thing. And I was like, bro, like I haven't had to do this the entire time that I've had it. And now
Right.
all of a sudden I gotta pay extra to, to have an extra person onto my thing. It's just me and him, like, and yeah, it's kind of crazy how Netflix has kind of become like the cable streaming thing. I mean, not streaming, sorry, the cable service thing where it's like pay extra for this thing to unlock this
Yeah.
basic feature and do this thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got kicked out of my mom's. We were using her account and said some crazy stuff like, "Oh, do you want to change your home location or whatever?" I'm like, "I better not do that."
I got hit up with that one too because he's
Yeah.
watching in TJ in Mexico and I'm over here in California
Yeah.
and it's like, do you want to change your location? And I'm like, no. And then it's like,
yeah.
add an extra household member for seven. I don't know how much the price is, but like
Yeah.
7.99 or whatever it is. And I'm like, dude, I already pay you guys like $16 a month. Like that should be enough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
mine doubled. I didn't realize it for the last 2 months. They switched me from like the basic plan to like the next level up plan where you get like 4K quality streaming and you can have like I don't know how many devices attached to it. But they did it without me even asking, dude.
What?
You know, yeah, without me approving it or anything. All of a sudden, like I checked my bills and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell? Like Netflix is $25 now? Like, wasn't it like 17 or 15, whatever the hell it was? And that's why they bumped me up to like their premium plan. I'm like, bro, I don't even have a 4K TV. Like my TV is still 1080p. Like I don't need like and that's crazy, bro. They gonna owe me money. They owe me. Netflix, y'all owe me, man. That's messed up. Crazy. They're just trying to get as much money as possible, but they are bringing a lot of banger TV shows, which is one of the reasons why they're charging so much now. They're bringing a lot of like what was it like the One Piece live action,
Mm.
and all their
Yeah.
documentaries, all their exclusive deals that they had with like Adam Sandler and like all these like Netflix, exclusive movies, TV shows, and
They've been
oh,
getting
Cobra Kai's back.
bro.
Cobra Kai. Have you guys watched Cobra
The
Kai before?
the
Yeah.
last season was when what's that dude's name? He went to jail, right?
Oh, Kreese.
Crease, there you go.
Don
Crease.
Kreese.
He's in jail now, right?
I believe he is. I don't want to spoil it, but I believe he escapes in that last episode. They show him escaping.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I must have tuned off before I saw that, but that was the last thing I remember. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was actually surprised at how good that show was because I didn't think I was gonna like it. And I remember my girlfriend being like, "We gotta watch it. We gotta watch it." And I'm like, I don't know." And then we watched it, and then like I ended up watching everything.
Yeah.
That's a good show. That's a good show.
It's cheesy, but it's good though. Like it's
Yeah,
It's for
yeah,
sure.
it's
It's for
cheesy
sure.
yeah.
ball, but it's funny. It's good.
It's super cheesy, and like me and Miz when we're watching it. Let me end this sharing here. When me and Miz watch it, we're like, why do they do what they do? Like this show's so cheesy, but then at the same time, it reminds me of like what TV was like back in the day. Like things didn't necessarily have to make sense. It's just for the purpose
Yeah.
of starting a. We
Right.
want to see a fight. Just have them fight, dude.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's a good show, and I like what they're doing with it. When what really hooked me into the show in the beginning was the two main characters, LaRusso and Johnny Lawson. You know, the two main characters, the OGs from like the original movies, and like, dude, I was so hooked because of nostalgia. I'm like, oh my god, it's the original guys from the original show or movies, and they're back and they're
Mhm.
older and super successful. And one's like, you know, he's living in squalor, he's an alcoholic and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, but you start seeing it from his perspective on how LaRusso ruined his life. So the stories are flipped. You know, LaRusso's actually the bad guy from Johnny's perspective.
Mhm.
And then they get all the kids involved, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna have like these Power Rangers fights now. But it's just so the
Yeah.
show's done so well, so good, and yeah, I'm just happy to have it back. I think it's been like 2 years since the last season, so and I believe this season that they just dropped is supposed to be the last season. So
Yeah,
I
I think
think
so.
that's it. Yeah, and I think they're gonna reboot the Karate Kid movies with the same LaRusso guy as like the Miyagi figure for the next Karate Kid movie.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I figured they were gonna go in that direction eventually where he kind of becomes the next Mr. Miyagi and maybe Johnny becomes like a better what was it, Kraus or whatever his name is? Like a
Kreese?
Kreese, whatever. Yeah, he becomes like a better version, I guess. But yeah, I didn't expect to like that show originally as much as I did because I was kind of just like, yeah, I saw the movies. It's like where do they go from here? But then yeah, like you said, AB, like they show how like LaRusso winning that tournament, you know, when they were kids affected Johnny's life and he's over here living in like a studio apartment. He's at the 7-Eleven buying like a one slice of pizza and like a six pack of Coors.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
From a
he's like
karate tournament.
he's like outside eating it like a rat. Like and I'm over here like, oh shit, he's like me for real.
Oh, no.
He relates to Johnny.
And yeah, it was very interesting. It was interesting to see like how different their lives ended up being, kind of because of that tournament. Like LaRusso being a super successful car salesman, Johnny living in squalor, but then they end up, you know, kind of coming back, and then now they're
Yeah.
influencing like a whole new generation and stuff. It is a little cheesy at times for sure, for sure. Some of the things that they do is a little cheesy, but yeah, I'm interested in seeing how they end up wrapping it up and stuff. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
is it like did they just drop the full season or are they doing like part 1, part 2 or
Yes. So they dropped, I believe, yesterday or a couple days ago when the new season dropped, they dropped it in from episode 1 to 6, I think. 1 to 6, and they're 30-minute episodes. And supposedly this last season has been divided into a trilogy. So we just got part 1. Part 2 is supposed to release in November. So we're not even gonna know the second half of the story until November. And then the finale of the season is supposed to be sometime in 2025. So they broke it up into 3 pieces.
Just
Oh,
So
drawing it
we're,
out.
that's why- yeah, they're drawing it out, bro. Exactly. And it's just another way for Netflix to try to secure your subscription.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here's part of the show, and then the next part is gonna be in 3 months. What the hell, bro? I might be dead in 3 months. I'm not even gonna know the end of this story. Like, what the
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
dude, I actually you mentioned it earlier that Netflix was charging you more and stuff. I brought it up. I could just share it real quick. Give me one sec. they have actually increased the price. Give me one sec, sorry. So they have a few plans now. Wasn't it just like one plan? And now it's like standard, but with ads, standard and then premium. I guess AB, you might have the premium one. They might have
Yeah.
upgraded you. Like,
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly, exactly. That's how much I was
yeah,
paying. I was paying the standard fee, 15.49, and then out of nowhere, bro, the last couple of months, I've been getting billed the 22.99 without my permission, without me agreeing to it, bro. Like, and
that's
I don't
crazy.
need that. I don't need the 4K stuff, dude. Like, I don't need that.
Yeah. So yeah, standard with ads is 7 a month, which I mean, I guess it's like that's like the price of like Hulu or whatever. So I guess it's not that bad. But yeah, standard 15.50 a month. And if you want extra members, you gotta pay $8 a month.
That's
Uh
crazy.
that's why I had to cut out Theo from TJ because I don't want to pay that.
He
Um,
booted up the Netflix like, all right, hey, what happened?
Yeah. It's happened to me too.
um, and then premium, which AB got upgraded to 23 a month, and then extra members is also $8. I guess you get a bunch of shit like 4K, spatial audio.
Hmm.
This was
Buzzword.
yeah, this was something that I wanted to mention because I've noticed it on mine. I have the standard plan, so this one, um, the downloads, dude, that's one of the features that they make you, kind of like pay extra for or whatever. Standard is only 2 supported devices, but then premium is like 6 or whatever. But they don't tell you that download, you literally get to download something like twice, and then you're cut off for like I don't know the time frame, but it's a significant amount of time. Because I had downloaded an episode for the anime Jujutsu Kaisen, and I accidentally deleted it for whatever reason when I was like clearing space on my phone, and then I go to re-download it, and it's like, warning, you only have one re-download left for X amount of time or whatever. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, why can't I download this like unlimited amounts of times if I'm paying for it? And it's crazy because like even that they're like, no, we're gonna ration you just
Yeah.
to get you to pay up for the next level. Um, yeah,
That's wild.
it's crazy, dude.
I think Netflix is owned by Activision.
Oh, for sure, dude. Their next step is like a lucky draw to see what you end up watching. Spend $1, you spin the wheel, and then it's like a crappy movie, but you want to build up to that show that you eventually want.
Imagine, bro, dude, they
Spent
would make so much
$150 for
money.
that one episode.
Imagine, like, you could watch The Boys, or you could get Homeward Bound 1, the original. No, Sharknado.
Sharknado. Yeah.
Oh
I,
man,
I heard that they're making a Catnado movie. The same people that make Sharknado, they're making Catnado. Jab might like that one.
you know what? Good for them. The Sharknado series was successful enough. It was a successful enough meme that they can produce more movies. You know what? I support it.
True that. True that. True that. This is nice. This is nice. I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
I like the boys. We just need cigars. You should bust out the cigars, guys.
Oh, dude, I'm halfway there. I've been.
Oh,
Oh,
Jab.
Oh, that's what
Hey,
you're sipping on.
yo,
I was
my
wondering what you're sipping
boy.
on.
I thought we were partying,
Arrow,
dude.
huh?
You know what? We should make this. PG, you still drink or not?
Oh, I do, but not. I don't drink as much as I used to, and I don't drink beer. I don't drink beer anymore. But this is what I'm drinking. It's really boring. It's sparkling water. There you go.
Oh,
Okay, that
dude,
is boring.
I fuck with that, bro. You've been outside all day, and you come home to one of those. It's been sitting in the
Oh,
freezer just waiting for you. Oh
yeah,
my
man.
god, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, sparkling water it tastes like static electricity, bro.
PG. This is coming from the guy that drinks 1 ounce of water like per day.
You're right. You're right. He doesn't drink water at all.
I asked him like a random live stream. I was like, "AB, when's the last time you drink water?" And he pulls up like 2 Rockstar cans. He's like, "I had a Rockstar. I had a Rockstar." And I'm like, "Bro,
That's crazy.
It's really
man.
bad. It's really bad, dude. The chat always tells me too. They're like, bro, drink water, gordo. I'm like, I can't. It's so boring.
Do you ever buy those like flavored packets that you put in water and it gives us some flavor?
I have, and I use them up, and I'm actually, dude, I need to buy some more.
He puts him in his Rockstar.
Smart idea, actually.
He's like, oh shit, PG's on to something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man.
I got to get a beer next time that we do one of these podcast episodes.
There you go.
Because I don't think I have any in the house. I just have alcohol. I just have like tequila and brandy.
You
And,
do that.
but I need a
Bro,
beer.
that's
Maybe
even
next
better.
time. We'll
Nah,
agree to
beers
have,
are refreshing.
agree to have a drink next
Oh yeah.
time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I want to show you some cards, Jab. I did some unboxings on the stream. I think you missed it.
Oh yeah, dude. I mentioned it before the podcast started, but I have a new cat. He's sleeping over there, but yeah, he's been taking up so much of our time because he's had like a sinus infection and he's small, so he's an actual kitten, so he requires a lot of care and stuff like that. So that's why I've been missing out on a lot of things like
No. I don't expect you to be there for every moment of my life, Jab. It's okay.
Daddy
bro,
Jab.
You got to have a life too. But I want to show you some, Jab, because I know you're the big Pokemon guy. Check this out, dude. I did
Yes,
these
sir.
live unboxings, bro, and I got this card. It's a
Oh,
colossal.
Colossal VMAX.
Yes, I got this, dude.
Yeah, so what pack was that? That was a Sword and Shield era pack, right?
I believe so. I don't know, but still got. Oh yeah, here's an example of a package. I threw most of them away.
Rebel Clash. That one's actually just a little bit. It's kind of starting to shoot up in price a little bit, that pack, cuz that was one of the first sets that released with the Sword and Shield era, and it's starting to become like a little bit rare. Not too much to
Man,
be
I
fair.
already opened it.
Yeah, I remember I saw a bunch of those at my local Dollar Tree, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I
And
bought a couple of them. But
check out this card. Check out this card. Besides the colossal, I got this, dude.
ooh, Zacian, Hollow
Yep.
too.
Yes,
Nice.
sir. Why is my camera flipped? I'm like inverted.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out too when we started this, but I couldn't figure it out.
Have you guys seen
And then,
have you seen the guys on TikTok that's what they do the whole time? They're just opening Pokemon
dude,
cards.
they get so
Bro,
many viewers, bro. It's
Dude, but how?
crazy.
I don't understand. Are they taking their TikTok money and just buying Pokemon cards? Like it's weird. Like they're
oh, that's a good one too.
like tons of packages. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude, I follow a couple of them, cause cause a lot of them they're both streamers on TikTok, but they're also marketplaces. So they have like a TikTok shop,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, and so that's kind of how they fund it. They fund their live streams by selling like sealed product on TikTok. And another thing that a lot of them do to make money is their subscribers, they'll basically offer it's called like a rip and ship or something like that. So they'll basically be like, "Yo guys, if you guys want to buy, whatever X product is, like whatever Pokemon product it is, I'll be opening them live on stream. Anything that I pull that you paid for, obviously, that like I ship it to you." So they'll literally be opening up packs and packs and being like, "Oh, Pickled Gamer, you pulled this, $50 card or whatever it is," and then they ship it to you. Like you paid for it. You pay a premium for sure. They
Yeah.
don't charge you like retail. They make you pay a little bit of a premium, but yeah, they essentially open it for you. They show you what you
Yeah.
got, and then they ship it to you afterwards. So that's how a lot of these guys make their money. Because yeah, if you stumble upon them on TikTok, dude, they're literally online for hours,
Oh
just
yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, it's crazy.
just pack after pack after pack, just nonstop. And they got like a whole setup behind them with like a bunch
Yeah.
of sealed product, a bunch of the cards they opened. It's
But what are they
crazy.
selling though? Are they selling sealed Pokemon cards, or are they selling something completely different?
They're selling both. They're selling sealed Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
But then they're also allowing you to buy the option for them to open it
Right.
on stream for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's usually how they make their money. Because some of these guys are like they only have like 25, 30 live viewers or whatever, so they're not making that much from TikTok itself, but they're making money from that because those 25 viewers are paying them to open their packs for them on live stream. And then and they just want that, like, oh shit, you pulled the Charizard or whatever, and then the whole chat is like www, and then they just want that, like,
Yeah.
so
So it's
yeah,
it's
Yeah,
like
I was tripping out. I'm like, what is going on here? This is crazy.
yeah,
this
it's
whole
crazy.
like the Pokemon card reselling thing has gotten kind of crazy too because a lot of people go around stealing Pokemon cards. I think there was an article not too long ago or a news clip where these guys they like went into like a GameStop and they stole like the whole shipper, like the whole display of Pokemon cards, and they were like running it into like their Prius, and the guy's like recording them or whatever, and he's like, we don't care, get out of here. And they just like take off like
Yeah,
these big ass nerds, like they just hop in like these two Peter Griffin looking dudes, and they just take off with like a whole shipment of like Pokemon cards.
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's
I,
wild,
I know
man.
what I know what clip you're talking about. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, there's literally that much like
Big
demand.
business.
Yeah, there's that much demand for the not even because every pack is random. It's not even guaranteed that you're gonna get, the big name or the
Yeah,
big money clip or whatever. But just the chance of that, people will literally, yeah, like steal or like open it in the store itself, see if it has something, and if it doesn't, they just toss it. Um, because people are that desperate to hit that like $200 card or $500 card or whatever it is. It's kind of crazy. I know my local Walmart, they they used to have the cards at the like basically where you check out, like
yeah.
the actual cashier checkout or the self checkout. They used to have them all there displayed. I guess like as a last second, like buy some Pokemon cards, but people used to steal them. So now they moved it like to the back of the Walmart next to the toys and all that stuff, where there's like 10 different cameras all like pointing right at you.
Damn.
You're not gonna get away with stealing it, and you have to travel the entire length of the store to leave the store. Um,
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, it's absolutely crazy, dude. The whole investing of Pokemon cards is crazy. The whole reselling thing is crazy. There's so much money in it, and it kind of drives people a little bit wild at times.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on, anything that's worth anything drives people wild, right?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
probably like easier than going and robbing like a jewelry store or something. Just go steal Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you'll get one of the like those packs that AB just showed. You'll literally pick one off of the thing. You'll pretend that you're looking at something or whatever, like you're analyzing, and you're actually just ripping it, checking the hit to see if it's good or not, and then you're like, nope, and you just leave it there.
That's
That,
crazy.
that's what a lot of these guys will do and stuff. It's kind of pathetic in my opinion, but
Oh yeah,
and it
100%.
takes it takes the fun out of it because the fun out of
Yeah.
it is buying it and then seeing like, oh, did I hit something cool, or was it like a
Right.
flop or whatever.
Yeah.
um Kind of makes the hobby suck for everyone else too when Walmart starts locking up $4 packs of cards and you have to ask like an
Yeah.
employee to come unlock it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Or everything's missing. I've been to a lot of stores and they're always like sold out. A lot
Oh
of a lot
really?
of
yeah,
Best Buy, GameStops, Walmarts, a lot of the dollar stores are like usually sold out or they've all been stolen. So there's like literally nothing there. You can't even buy a pair of like for yourself or a pack for yourself, even if you wanted to. They're not available. They're so
this
Can you buy them
yeah
scarce.
online in like boxes and like cases?
sometimes, but they also go either they're sold for higher than what they actually cost retail online,
Yeah.
so you got to pay a premium,
Right.
or they're just out of stock and you can't get them. This one right here, this tin, this is one
Ooh, what's
this is one
that?
right. This tin normally comes with it's like 5 packs in or 6 packs, something like that. But the reason why that one right now is getting scalped and like sold online for way more and stuff like that is because it comes guaranteed with two specific packs in them that everyone is trying to get right now because there's a specific card that they get the chance to pull in those packs. So just those 2 packs alone out of the 5 that comes in that tin, people are like scalping up all of these tins just so they can get those 2 packs and then resell them for more than what they spend on the entire tin itself. And it's kind of crazy because these used to be like you'd go into GameStop and you'd see 10 of these just like on the display, like, stacked on top of each other. And now you go into a Walmart and you'll see them already opened. You'll see the plastic removed or whatever,
Damn.
or they just won't be in there because
Dang, that's
they were
messed
that
up,
desperate.
man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it ruins the hobby for a lot of people. And
Yeah.
that's the reason though why the TikTok thing that you mentioned, PG, it's why it's so popular too, because you're just buying it directly from some dude on TikTok who's reputable, and you don't have to worry about that stuff. You don't have to go into Walmart anymore expecting to find anything anymore. Um, and yeah.
Wow. I had no idea.
Do you have anything that you collect, PG? You collect anything? Do you have like a collection of something?
Boom
I know you
boxes.
stuff behind. You
I was
collect
about to
boom
say,
boxes.
I was about to say,
I was
bro,
just,
he's got 5 boom boxes
I got
behind him.
no. That started out with as an idea. I've always loved boom boxes, and I never had one like growing up or anything. So I always wanted one, like an old school one. And then I had an idea of my background being like a boombox wall. So basically just boom boxes. But I was like, wow, these are really expensive. And so I was like, I can't fill a whole wall with these things. I'd be in debt, like serious debt.
wait, so when
So
did you buy those boom boxes then? Like, are those recent? Those boom boxes behind you?
I I bought them. Shoot, they've been for a couple of years now. They've been around for a couple of years now.
So
Um,
then were they like pretty expensive? Are they considered like vintage boom boxes now?
so this one right here, this one here is worth some money. It just depends on what condition it is too, and if it still works and stuff. Like this one still works. Tape player is kind of slow on it, but this is a JVC. Which one is this? 870, I think. So this one is a popular one. This one's a sought after boombox. This one I don't know so much. This is a Lasonic. I just thought it was cool. Um, but the grail of like boomboxes, like the JVCs, are this one right here. But this one's just it's just a mini version of it. This is
Oh,
the M90, M90, and this is like the big like the giant like old school one that you would see like the Beastie Boys like posing with, or LL Cool J like back in the day. Like this was like the grail. So this is like the one that you want that's like worth the most money as far as like JVC boomboxes are concerned.
oh, okay, okay.
But
That's
I'll
why I
keep my
said
eyes
earlier.
out at the yard sales and stuff.
yeah, that's the only one that
That's
I
why
can afford.
I said earlier, bro. I was like, that one's like more than my entire net worth.
Yeah, yeah, Cap knows. But yeah, like the actual that one's cool. It was just like a mini like remake they made like more recently, and it has like a plays Bluetooth and stuff in it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty loud too. But I have like other boom boxes. Like I have another one of these that's like for parts pretty much. That's like on the other side of the monitors over there, and another boom box, a boom box up here. I have my ammo can one that I made myself up there. You can kind of see a little bit the camouflage. Like I painted it and made a boombox out of it.
I see
Nice,
that
dude.
NES up there.
Yeah, I got the NES up there.
Yeah.
I got the old school. I got my favorite game ever. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if I've ever said it, but it's Bubble Bobble. Have you guys ever played it?
Bubble bubble. That's
No.
where you line up the little arrow and the balls, right? And when they line up, they pop.
I think that's Puzzle Bobble. That's a different version of Bubble Bobble, but this one's like the two little dinosaurs where you go around and you like blow bubbles to capture like the enemies, whatever. And it's like it jumps
Oh.
from like screen to screen. Like once you finish one screen, it jumps up and then you go to the next level. And it's like 100 levels. It gets really hard. But I used to play
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to play that on
Nice,
in
dude.
the arcade kind of thing. Punch Out,
Punch out.
Mario Brothers. Those are the three
Hell
cartridges
yeah.
I have. Yeah, but
I just want to point out for the listeners, this is all before my time. I know I said I was old earlier, but
Not as old as these guys.
it's definitely before your guys' time for sure. And then
I had one.
here's a beer I
One of
had
those.
from it's what's his name,
hell
Piston
yeah,
Honda from
dude.
Punch Out. It was a beer. It was a
Nice.
craft beer.
I played Punch Out just because I heard so much about it that I had to play it later on when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
I missed out on a lot of other things. I never had an NES either, but I always wanted one.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately,
had
I'm
one.
old enough to
I feel
have one.
dumb getting rid of my stuff. I got rid of a lot of those older consoles because
I
just
did
being
too.
dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, so many of the Pokemon games that you might have played, AB, when you were younger, they're worth like some money now, dude. Like
Oh yeah,
some
they
of the
are.
some of the Game Boy games are
Yep.
like 100 plus. And then some of those DS games, like I don't know if you ever played them AB or PG, but like Soul Silver or like Black and White 1 and 2, they're like $150 like each. Like it's crazy. And I remember like I had a few of them and I would like, okay, I beat this thing 4 times. Let me go to GameStop and sell it for $20 and then buy, some other
Yeah.
random game or whatever. And
Yeah.
then now here I am being like, dude, I could have bought like a used Camry with that if I would have just if I would have just held on to those games. Like
I use Camry.
I still have
it's
Pokemon
crazy.
Yellow. I know I got Pokemon Yellow in the box still. I think that's in my storage. I don't have red
Bro,
or blue, but I bought yellow.
that's like $150 right there.
Yeah. I have Ocarina of Time in the gold cartridge somewhere.
I have Majora's Mask and the gold cartridges in my closet.
Oh, sick, dude. Yeah, I
Not the
have a lot of
box though.
stuff, dude,
Not
but
the box. But
see, I collected a lot of boxes and manuals because I thought that I don't know, I was just part of the collection. I was just like, "Oh, I like having the boxes. I like having everything neat and displayed." But then
yeah.
like as the years go on, you move houses, you can't, display everything. You start building a new collection for a new console. So then you box everything up, and then the corners start getting crumpled up, or
Mhm.
your little storage tote got wet. So now half of your crap's ruined. And so a lot of stuff I don't know exactly where it is. I just know that it has to be like in our storage in one of our sheds. It has to be in there. Like I know it because I know that I have like my more recent generations here inside, but my older stuff is in storage. I think I have them like I think I have PS3 and like 3DS in the house, and everything before that is like in storage somewhere.
Yeah. Even some of that
Crazy.
3DS stuff is starting to climb in price. I know I think it's Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I think they're starting to climb in price. They're worth more now than they were brand new retail.
Are those Pokemon
So they're
games?
like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I
those
have
now,
Omega.
yeah, so that's probably like 50-60 bucks right there. But they came out at $40 brand new. So they're already starting to get to that age where they're like climbing higher than they were when they originally released. So give it like 5-6 years, that'll probably be like $100 game.
What about Pokemon X and Y? Are they worth anything?
No, they're
Damn.
they're like they're like 25-30 bucks right now. They were the reason why those ones out of some of these older ones, the reason why those ones were not worth as much is just because I think they were kind of like divisive games.
Mm.
So people still haven't caught on to them. They haven't still like gotten that appreciation later on, years later, where they're like, you know what, these were actually good games, and let me go buy it or whatever. They haven't hit that age quite yet, but yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy how much like older games end up being worth, and so older consoles too. Uh, it's crazy.
Even
I
some
wish,
apps. Remember when Fortnite got taken off of the App Store? So phones that had
yeah.
Fortnite installed were reselling for like I don't know how much money, but they were reselling just for having
Really?
Fortnite installed onto it. Yeah.
hmm
Oh, that's crazy.
Even though you couldn't update it, people still wanted like an iOS device that could play it. And yeah, people would be like iPhone with Fortnite on eBay for like $1,000 or whatever. That happened with
That's
Flappy
crazy.
Bird too. I don't know if you remember that back when the developer like took
Oh
the game off
yeah.
of the yeah
He like regretted for creating that damn game.
mm,
He
yeah
didn't know it was
there
gonna
was
become what it was.
there was people selling mobile devices with it installed, and they were selling it for like twice what the device actually was worth or whatever.
Crazy. Who knows what'll be worth what in the future? Maybe these podcast
Yeah,
episodes will resell for a lot of money.
that's right.
People are gonna go back and be like, dude, those original podcast episodes were crazy, bro. And then we'll start charging like money for people to watch these old episodes.
I'm uh I'm
Is
putting
this
all of them on a USB and then I'm gonna sell them later on, dude.
Hell yeah.
is
Hell yeah.
this your guys' first podcast episode on camera?
Yeah. It's the very first one.
Yeah, actually,
First
yeah.
ever.
Nice. One for the record books.
Hell yeah. This is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, this
Alright.
one in particular, pop it onto a USB 10, 15 years down the line. Cash out.
And we got Pickled Gamer on here too. Ooh wee. Damn. The next episode we got to do is shirtless.
Yeah.
It's what the fans want. It's not what I want. It's what the fans want.
If
It's
if
scary
someone
because
donates,
I'm sure they do. I'm sure there are some that do.
yeah,
That's the scary
someone's
part.
gonna donate. Someone's gonna donate like or whatever it is in videos, like super thanks or whatever it's called, and they're gonna be like, we want to see PG shirtless next episode.
That'll be me donating. You know the next step once these podcast episodes start like blowing up and we all go viral, we're gonna have to do like a calendar. We have to do like a calendar spread.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah. So it'll be like
I'll-
January will be like Jab in like snow boots, but like that's it. Just snow boots. In the snow.
With his
Hell
cat.
yeah! I'm gonna head up. I'm gonna head up
Christmas.
to Big Bear. I'm gonna do a little photo shoot.
Exactly,
With my,
bro.
I'm gonna borrow PG snowboard. Be standing right there with it, posing.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
That thing's dusty. I haven't used that thing in years.
AB, did you ever skate or anything?
Nah, just rollerblade. We used to rollerblade a lot when we were kids. Because we had a roller rink in our city before it got trashed and closed down.
Why are you laughing, PG?
Because I'm waiting for you to laugh. Because I know you're a skateboarder. I know how skateboarders feel about rollerbladers.
Well, I mean, I couldn't skate. I couldn't I couldn't skate. I had friends that I had like two friends that were big into skating, and we would meet up and they would like practice their tricks and stuff, and they would kind of try to help me like get on a board and like move around on a board or whatever.
Yeah.
They would like help me try to do like an ollie or something. I couldn't do it, but I could skate. You know what I mean? I had like these. My mom got me and my brother like matching Kmart rollerblades, and you know they were big and
Nice.
bulky. We
Hell
would just
yeah.
skate all day long. Skate.
Hey, as long as you have fun.
Damn. As long as you had fun, AB. Damn.
Hey, I used to roller skate. I
Oh,
didn't.
you did?
I didn't rollerblade, but I used to roller skate back in the day. Like, I had speed skates and everything. Like, go to the roller
Damn.
rink and like jam around the thing. Trying
It
to
was
run
like
into
that
people.
movie. Was it like ATL with Ti?
Yeah.
Remember they did like a whole movie in a roller rink.
I was doing dances. I was doing splits. Like, it was crazy.
What's that? What's the one that's like all females and they tackle each other on a roller skates?
Roller
What's
derby?
that called? Roller.
derby. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That stuff's crazy.
They used to like air that on TV like probably like 10 years ago, 8 years ago. There was like a league of like roller derby, and it was pretty sick. I would stay up and watch it. Just watch these badass females just clock each other like. Then they would show like the instant replay, and they're just like.
Yeah. They brought that stuff back too. Like people, like more recently, like there's groups out there that still do it.
Combat sports right now is crazy right now, dude.
Bro,
Boxing is bigger than ever. The YouTuber boxing, MMA. There's like medieval like MMA where people are like wearing like full metal armor and they're like whacking. Oh my god, bro, it's crazy right now.
They made a sport out of slap box. Me and my friends used to play slap box in school.
You watch some of that stuff? It's crazy, man.
Dude,
They're like getting knocked out. People are getting knocked out, like straight knocked out.
They'll have like a just swollen right here, like the size of a tennis ball, and they'll still be going. They'll just be looking at it.
Yeah. Their eyes are like this, like chameleons, and they're like,
yeah.
I'm still up. I can still fight. It's like, dude, like the lights are on, but no one's there. Like, what the hell, bro?
That stuff's crazy to watch.
Yeah,
That's entertaining
it's
for
crazy.
sure.
My
Oh
God.
man. I never
I could.
to be clear, AB, just to make you feel better, bro. I never had that stigma against rollerblade people. I used to get made fun of as a skater because you probably won't know the lingo, but I used to Mongo push. So it's like when you push, it's like when you push with your instead of being on the board with your front foot and pushing with the back, I used to have my foot on the back and push with the front. And just that skater.
Huh?
Like having a FaceTime call.
Yeah, we're FaceTiming over here. Zoom call. We're discussing business.
Wait, isn't that
Yeah,
is that called something else? What do you call it? Mongo push?
my generation calls it Mongo push.
Mongo push. All right.
I don't know about you guys. But
No, I had a friend that used to
yeah.
skate like that too.
No, yeah, that's how I would skate. So people would immediately think like I was a poser or I was I just didn't know how to do tricks or whatever. But then I'd start doing tricks and they'd realize like, oh, that's just how he skates. Like he's just weird like that. But
I think we called it goofy.
Yeah, isn't that called
no,
goofy? Like a goofy
no,
stance?
yeah. Those are stances though. But Mongo pushing would be if you're in goofy or if you're in regular, as long
Yeah.
as you're like pushing with that, like you've got your foot on the back and
The
you're
back foot.
pushing,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you could do it. You could do it in goofy or regular. I was goofy, so I would push Mongo in goofy. So it did look kind of awkward, but I would still skate. I like people would see me doing that and they'd be like, "Oh, he's a fucking poser, dude." And then there you see me trying to kick flip a 5 stairs, and they're just like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Like that.
That's crazy. How do you get adjusted like that? So like to be able to hit jumps and stuff.
I I don't know.
I
I
mean,
just did it.
you were so used to it, you didn't know any other way, right?
Yeah,
Gab is just built
yeah.
different, bro. The
Yeah.
I
definition
tried.
of built different.
I would try to do what my friends would say, and they would be like, "Bro, just like just don't do that. Just just
Yeah.
push regular." But it would always it always feel a little bit awkward. I could do it if I was doing flat ground,
Mhm.
but if I was doing stairs or something like that, I felt more comfortable doing goofy Mongo pushing.
Crazy. I never knew there was like another name for that. I had a friend that used to do the same exact thing. And I always thought it was weird.
Yeah, bro. There's like dozens of us.
I guess so. Now I know another one. There's two.
Yeah.
I got to meet the rest of them.
I was never that good at doing like technical tricks or anything like that, so I always had to like improvise and come up with like weird things. Like I'd have friends doing like like 360 flip or tray flip, whatever you call it. I'd have friends doing that off of like a 5 stairs. I couldn't even do that shit on flat ground. So so I would be like olling and then I'd land on the last step of the stairs and just kind of like clip it and then just
Ooh,
keep going.
yeah.
And then or I would just do weird things like I'd do a kick flip sex change. So that's like when you kick
Hey,
flip,
yo.
you so it would be like I'm trying to demonstrate it with this like hair clip, but like a normal kick flip, right? You just kick flip and that's it. But a kick flip sex change would be when you kick flip and then your body does a 180, but the board doesn't. So because if both of you, if you and your board did a 180, that'd just be a back 180
Yeah.
or backside,
Yeah.
whatever. But if the board stays still the entire time and you did the 180, then that's a kickflip sex change. And I would just do dumb things like that. Like I would just do kickflip sex change over a rail or like dumb things like that.
Jab
Just
was
because
very progressive.
Hell yeah. He invented his own
Oh, yeah,
trick.
but yeah, and then I twisted my ankle and then I stopped skating.
Damn.
Yeah, I could never do really any tricks. I was just skate around. I could ollie and maybe do like a couple like little things, but I wasn't trying to jump off stairs and stuff because I knew what would happen if I did. My I'm tall. My balance has always been horrible. So even on a snowboard, like I've always struggled with my balance.
How tall are you?
6'3".
Jesus Christ.
6'3" gaming OG. Ah!
But like Tony Hawk,
Hey,
right? That guy was super tall, but he just had really good balance, I
yeah.
guess. I did it.
AB, how tall are you? I've heard rumors on your stream that you're like 5'5".
4'11".
I'm not as tall as PG. I'm 6 feet tall, but I always had that problem too. I had well, and I've always been like a bigger guy, so I
Yeah.
always had that balance problem of like,
Oh yeah.
because I've had friends that are like 5'10", but they're like rail thin, or whatever it is, and they don't seem to have the balance problem. But then here I am like trying to do a simple ollie, and I'm over here like, but it's just because I couldn't distribute my height and weight and stuff like that. But yeah, 6'3", Jesus Christ, dude. I'm surprised you could go straight.
Yeah. No, it's always been a challenge. And then later on, I developed a problem with my ear, and my balance got even
Oh,
worse. I started having vertigo and all kinds of stuff. So I was thinking, like, maybe back then, like maybe it was something like my equilibrium, like my inner ear or something. Maybe that's why I had problems. But
bro, I would always hear that. I always hear people being like, "You got an inner ear problem," and
oh
I'd be like,
really?
"What are you talking?" Yeah, I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And then I later learned, yeah, it was like a balancing thing, like a
Yeah.
vertigo and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Yeah.
Sweating over there, Jab?
bro. My fan doesn't work. It's so hot in here.
Yeah. I was gonna ask
I
you.
should
I
have.
know. I was
I
gonna
should
ask
have.
you. You all right, man?
I should have checked it before I started. It's too late now. It's too late now. As soon as this is over too, I'm going to the living room and I'm blasting the AC because that's where it is.
Oh,
Damn,
poor
dude. I know I've
Jab.
been watching you like talking, like wipe sweat away. You're like, and
I
then,
know.
and
It's
then,
it's it's so hot, dude. My cat got hot. It was like standing next to the door, and I'm like, all right, just go outside, go into the AC.
dude, it's been so hot in Cali, bro. It's so stupid hot.
Bro,
And
it says
Yeah.
right now at this moment it's like
Yeah.
80 degrees in here.
Let's do a temperature check. Okay.
all right,
So you say it's
temperature check.
80 degree. Wait. How hot is it outside where you are right now, Jab?
That's why 80 degrees.
It's 80.
Yeah, it's probably more hot in my room because there's no air coming in or
Yeah.
out.
It's 73 where I am.
95 for me. Gonna block out my city, but 95 degrees. 95.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, don't give away the city.
Are you in AC though? Like, does your whole house have a
Yeah,
air
yeah.
conditioner?
We got like central AC, and then we have like the little window ones too in case, but nah.
PG, we're going there to record the next episode because
Dude,
apparently AB's got the hookup.
Yeah, that's
you guys
right.
can't see it's reflecting, but it's like
Oh my.
hundreds all
I
week,
see. I
dude.
just see 3 digits. Yeah. Nah,
Triple
man.
digits all week, dude. It is dumb hot, bro.
I grew up in that heat,
Jesus.
but I mean, 80 over 80 is hot for me. I hate the heat, man. Like with a
I hate
passion.
it too, dude.
I hate
Anytime
summer.
someone's like, anytime someone's like, I want winter to end, summer, like I want summer to begin or whatever. I'm always like, you're stupid, dude. Like it's so
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Nah,
What's wrong with you, man?
they're
Yeah.
they're
It's literally
psychopaths.
it's literally about to be 8 o'clock and it's like 80 degrees. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
95 over here.
That's no.
Our power went out like last week, like
Oh
from
yeah.
like 6 p.m. to like 9 p.m. There was no electricity, and we couldn't run no AC, nothing, dude, nothing worked. And then we have like this little like electric generator, like backup power thingy that we can hook up, like charge phones or whatever. But it's pretty big. It's like from Home Depot or whatever. But like the little part, like the outlet that where like it has like a little port where you can like plug in like outlets, like a regular AC DC outlet. That part's busted, so we couldn't even like run like a fan off of it. So we're just dying of heat, bro. It was so bad. And all of our doggies are just like panting with their tongues out. They're just like looking at us like, dude, what are you guys doing? Put the AC on, bro. Like you were dying here. We just like wet them down, got like wet towels and like wet them all down. Took them outside.
Oh
Outside is like
man.
dumb hot. Plus, we had like 16 wasp nests out there, so we had like hella wasps buzzing around everywhere.
Oh man.
It was so annoying. That day was miserable,
Damn.
miserable day. Miserable day. That's when I was like, dude, summer's got to end. I hate it already. It sucks.
Yeah.
We're like halfway through too, dude. It's horrible.
Oh, August hasn't even come yet, man.
Yeah.
August is the worst. Yeah. We get
Hope we
like 2
survive.
or
I hope
3
we
weeks
make
of
it.
bad heat, and that's pretty much it over here. Like maybe 2 weeks of like hot, like as hot as it gets over here, but it's not too bad. It's annoying, really.
Nah, every summer over here is like this, bro. It's terrible. And then there's like nowhere to go. There's like no nice lakes, no nice parks. Like
Yeah.
there's literally nothing, bro. You gotta drive like hours to get to like a beach or something.
Mm. Dang,
It's
dude.
terrible.
You live in the mountains?
I don't even have the energy to go to a beach in this heat.
Yeah.
I'm melting.
You
I
look like
think
you're melting, dude.
I think just thinking about the heat's making us depressed.
I know.
We're all quiet and sad. Like, damn. We're gonna die.
Bunch of people like not from America watching three dudes from different parts of California.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have some
Yeah.
friends in like Pakistan. They're gonna be like, bro, it's 116 right now.
Yeah.
did you
Our
guys see
Indian
that?
homies are gonna be like, it's 105 and humid in India.
Mhm.
It's a
Oh
nice
man.
day out. Did you guys see that stuff of those British people complaining about like 78-degree weather or whatever?
Dude, they're crazy,
Oh
bro.
really?
Yeah, dude, it was on Twitter and it was like people being like, "There's currently a heat wave in the UK," and then it says I don't know the exact measurement or whatever, but it's like 30 something degrees Celsius, and then I look
Mm.
it up and it's like 76 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm like, "What are you guys talking about?" And then I see people trying to defend it, being like, "You guys don't understand. Their houses were not designed with AC, and it's kind of meant to keep the heat in
Mine
because it's."
either.
Yeah, like I'm like, bro, I live in the hood. I live in an apartment complex. Like this thing isn't designed to keep heat in or out or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like 95 degrees out here today. Like, what are you guys talking about? But yeah, it's crazy how British people are, man.
That is
So
crazy.
soft.
Even at that
So
temperature, it's
different.
like, really, do you need like, are you dying to have air conditioning in your house? Just open the windows. You'll be
Yeah,
all
bro,
right.
76 degrees. I'm chilling in my house. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, that's like
this
the
is a
ideal temperature.
Yeah.
this is a beautiful day
Exactly.
today. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. I like the 60s. 60s is like my sweet spot.
Yeah.
oh hell yeah,
That's my
dude.
sweet spot. I like to wear hoodies. I like to wear my hoodies and I don't know. I don't know. That's my kind of weather. I like wearing
I
flannels, you know what I mean? Hoodies,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, I love the cold. I love being able to wear layers if I want to, or just chill in a shirt if I want to, whatever it is. And I hate the heat, and I hate people who advocate for the heat. And
J5000. Jab hates you.
no, no, no. I take it back. I take Dude, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I've been in the car with those people before. Like I'll take a Uber somewhere or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll have like their car windows up, 80 something degrees in their car, and they're chilling. They're just sitting in there
Mm-mm.
listening to classical music or whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm dying, dude. And I'm just like, oh my God, I want to open this window so bad, but I know they're gonna give me shit for it if I do it. And then I just have to sit there in silence, like dripping in sweat. I'm just right there, like trying to sit, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, this is the worst. Um, I don't know how those people I don't know how those people live. It amazes
You're
me.
just like inhaling their like body odor.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Like smell
So
it.
gross.
It's the worst, dude.
That's bad. Yeah,
Just
that's
inhaling
terrible.
stranger.
It's the worst.
It's palpable.
You probably look how you look right now in one of those cars.
I look worse. You you'll see my hair like drenched, and I'm just mad, and I'm just sitting there like, when does just drop me off right here, bro. I'd rather I'd rather walk. It's crazy,
Oh
bro.
man.
Yeah, those people are the worst.
Yeah, it's crazy. People that drive around like that.
Yeah. I think that was all the topics we had. No,
Yeah, I
I
think
think we
so.
covered everything.
Covered the weather.
Unless AB, yeah, we covered the weather. We covered
That's we
AB's rollerblading career.
I could have gone
Short-lived
pro.
career. Short-lived career. Shout out to moms for the Kmart rollerblades. R.I.P. Kmart.
That's right.
Those are the best ones.
R.I.P. Route 66 clothing.
I think my first skateboard was like a Kmart skateboard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was from like Target or Kmart or something like that. And then eventually I upgraded, but I'm pretty good with that. I'm ready to go into the AC. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I think you were ready like an hour ago.
We gotta get Jab into the AC before he melts.
Poor Jab. We're just watching him melt, man.
Every time he would leave, like he would disappear. I was thinking he was passing out.
I know. I'm like, he died.
it was close, bro. It's like, you know, when you're low on iron and then you get up too fast and you get a little dizzy. It was that. I see my cat messing around with things he's not supposed to mess around with, and I'm like, and I almost fall over. I'm like, oh my god.
Plus you're drinking beer too.
By the way,
that's gonna make you more dehydrated.
Yeah, pretty much. For name AB, I don't know yet. My first cat that I have, the girl, we named her after the Pokemon Mew. So we kind of want to go with
Cornbone.
Mewtwo.
That was the obvious one. That was the obvious one, but we're debating right now. We've only had her for like 5 days or whatever, so we're kind of debating right now.
Meowth.
It's funny because my girlfriend looked up like funny cat names that also relate to Pokemon, and that was the first one that popped up. Meowth, Mew, Mewtwo, and what else? Eevee, I think.
Ooh, I like Eevee.
Yeah.
Mewtwo sounds cool.
Yeah, Mewtwo would be funny. Mewtwo would be funny. But yeah, AB, please wrap it up. I'm dying, bro.
I'm good. PG, you wanna take us out, PG? You do the honor.
Oh, I was saying, AB, please do the outro. But you know what, PG doing the outro would be funny.
Yeah, I'm down.
It would be good.
I don't know how to do the outro. What do you guys say in the outro?
Whatever comes from your heart.
All right. All right, guys.
Throw in a little rollerblade jab in there.
All right, guys. So it was a great podcast. We learned about jab skateboarding. Most importantly, we learned about ABXY's rollerblading career. He almost went pro. It was a great time. Thank you, AB. Thank you, Jab, for having me on again. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Jab, go send some AC. You look like you need it. Don't pass out on your way there.
100%.
That's my outro.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, PG, for coming on again, especially on such short notice. AB, thank you for carrying the podcast as always. And yeah, guys, if you're watching this on my channel, you haven't subscribed to either of these guys, please make sure to do so. They just hit milestones. 9K for AB, 4K for PG, but obviously they're now working towards new milestones, so make sure to help them out in getting that. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Let us know in the comments down below. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. I gotta get out of here. I'm dying.
Great. All right.
Okay.
Peace
I
out.
ended mine.
Well, you mind too.